Elon's father, Elon Musk's father, he's a hoot. This is a guy who was in South Africa during some of the most tumultuous times of the white minority running the country. Apartheid, as they call it. Apartheid, as you would think it was pronounced with that pesky TH in there. But he's been through it. He saw it. He saw the destruction that happened after apartheid was dissolved, and blacks were put in power, in positions of power, as a majority population in South Africa. And, they wanted their piece of the pie, which meant taking over everything the white minority ran. Unfortunately, they ran things like every single public works in South Africa: water, farming, electricity, construction, maintenance of everything. And we've just seen the crumbling of South Africa over the course of decades now that apartheid has gone bye-bye over there. So Elon Musk's father was asked a question about whites becoming the minority in the United States, and how some people talk about this like it's going to be some great thing, like it's a great turning point when whites are finally the minority in the United States. And they can never really give a good answer as to why that would be. Why is that a good thing to have whites the minority? It's usually some fuzzy, feel-good, emotional response like, well, everyone deserves a chance to blah, blah. We're all equal and different, diverse ideas make for better. Nah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Especially when these diverse ideas are coming from countries that haven't had an idea in centuries. So I was watching this clip and thinking, wow, Elon Musk's dad. That's pretty good. Let's listen and watch.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen.
Looks like Pacino.
You want to see the US go down? Why?
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
And hello, I am Gavin McInnes.
Together, we're Compound Censored.
And we'd like you to subscribe to our network that has more fantastic content you could shake a stick at. Use this promo code for a one-time super offer.
Do it. It's uncensored and oh so entertaining.
Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country.
Yes.
So there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people.
No.
For decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work. We fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression. That's feeding them. Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud. Enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
You never saw it.
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, but because you're white.
Oh, boy. Oh, the poor black people in South Africa. Oppressed. How? If you're so wonderful, and able to invent and innovate things and build, why would a black majority of people be held under the thumb of a minority white government? How did that happen? How does that happen? I can't see that happening in a European nation without the people going, yeah, we'll just do what we do and build our own shit over here. You know, the Soweto, the Southwest Township in South Africa, was always a fuck disaster of rioting and murder and rape, all by black people. And, you know, the white apartheid government would send in their troops and try to get some kind of order in there, but it was impossible. It was impossible. And, you know, they needed all kinds of assistance, being fed, getting water, clothes, shelter. And, you know, you see what it is now, just trying to barely hold it together by a thread. Every part of the infrastructure that white South Africans built is deteriorating by the day. And there's just no one there capable of maintaining it and repairing what's broken. And even worse, they're just stealing the infrastructure to scrap it, taking millions of dollars of infrastructure and taking it somewhere to scrap it for pennies, fractions of pennies on the dollar. And, you know, there would be some people that would say, well, they're hungry. They need food. The infrastructure's there to make the food. You don't disassemble it so you can eat for an afternoon. You maintain it, build it, work it, and pump out food and water and everything else, electricity. And then you're eating. You're in perpetuity. So that was interesting. I didn't know Mr. Musk Sr. was so based. He's based. See where Elon gets it, I guess. That's pretty cool. And on the other side, here's a woman. That lives here in the United States, but wants to go to South Africa, where she hears everything is so much better. So, you know, what Elon's dad there is saying is retarded, just ridiculous. And the reality is that South Africa is so much better than the United States. And this woman wants to go there. And I say, you know, bon voyage. I'll flip the bill for the airfare. Let's watch.
Who has the better culture? Who has the better dancing? Who has the better music? Who has the better food? Where would you rather be right now? Where do you have the most families? Where have you made the most memories? Where do you currently live? Where would you rather spend the rest of your life? Who has the better culture?
So go. What do you think? You got to swim? So go to South Africa. Pick your fat black ass up. Get yourself on a plane and fly to South Africa and live this amazing, wonderful life that is being denied to you here in the United States of America. Wonderful food. Where does the food come from? White farmers that are being murdered, by the way. Murdered on their own farms. How about that? You gonna go? Go. Take some friends and family with you. We'll pay. But you have to never, ever come back. Don't come back. Just astounding. You want some more fucking idiots? Some more idiots? We've talked about this for a little while now. It's a Starbucks. Starbucks is a coffee place, in case you didn't know. I need to let you know because the workers there, the employees at Starbucks, seem to think it's NASA or this amazing SpaceX or Tesla or some amazing place that is making amazing things. They make coffee. That's it. That's what they do. You come in, you give them your dumb name, you fucking wait, and some dummy back there takes your money, and then another dummy makes your coffee and puts it up there, and you as a dummy goes and picks it up. That's Starbucks. Nothing amazing going on in there. And by that, I mean nothing that anyone of average or below average IQ off the street can go in, get a 10-minute lesson on anything to do in there. The register, making the coffee, I'm a barista, the coffee maker, and not do just as good a job in, maybe after a few missteps, maybe a whole day. You get 10 minutes training, a day of doing it, and then the next day you come in, you are just as good as anyone else that has worked there for fucking 10 years. And the employees seem to think that they are so irreplaceable and so amazing in their making of coffee and taking of money, or just, you do it yourself now. Tap or put the chip in or swipe. So they don't even have to count the fucking change out anymore. A blithering idiot off the street can do any job that any Starbucks employee is doing. So they're getting a little pissy because Starbucks has made the mistake over the course of the years of hiring liberal douchebags. And look, it's a beginner job. Just like McDonald's, it's no better than you're fucking flipping burgers at McDonald's or shoving fries in the thing, the fry thing. No better, Wendy's. And they just think so much of themselves. And it's a young person's job. You're a young person. You're more apt to be liberal because you're still stunad. And you go to work there, and then they get you all pumped up. We should be making more money. You want more money? Leave Starbucks. Go somewhere else where they'll pay you more money because you're doing more important work or harder work. Starbucks is for dumb high school kids and first-year college kids that need a few bucks for some fucking booze and weed on the weekend. You're not feeding your family, housing and clothing your family on a Starbucks salary. That's the way it is. They don't understand this. And it's so reminiscent. I remember in high school, even though I'm only a junior high school graduate, I do remember in high school, one day, some students just decided that we were going to sit out class. We were going to have a sit-in, man, because we wanted to smoke. We wanted to be able to smoke in a smoking lounge in the school or in one of the atriums in the middle of the school outside or something. And we're like, we're not getting up till we can smoke. It's so juvenile. It's so immature. It's so naive. You're not thinking about anything like insurance. The school, imagine how much more insurance the school would have to pay if they actually allowed their students to smoke. Now, I know there were a few schools I heard of, I never saw, never attended, but a few that actually had allowed students to smoke. And I would assume these are 18-year-old seniors because it was illegal to smoke younger than 18. But I'm still from the school of thought that you can't smoke in school. And there's reasons for that. Health reasons. You get lung cancer, and now you're suing the school for allowing you to smoke. There's all kinds of legitimate reasons. And you want to smoke? Go off somewhere, off the school grounds for a few minutes and smoke a cigarette. But we're like, no, man, we want to smoke, man. And they told us, if you don't get your asses back to class, you're failing the class. And, well, we want to smoke, man. We got up and went back to class. Because we didn't understand the reality of a school allowing children to smoke. All right? We do now. And the Starbucks situation is very similar. The Starbucks situation, very similar. They're in there. They get one of these idiots gets this harebrained scheme that they want to make more money and have a union contract. And, they think they're fucking working at a construction site. They're doing important, heavy work. You make coffee and you watch people swipe their fucking credit card and tell them, thank you. That's your job. So, the truth of the matter is you're not getting anything more. Starbucks will just fire you. You won't have this, unionized companies. The fear of a strike is that if they fire the striking workers, then out of unity, every other worker at every other one of your facilities also goes on strike. So you got a trucking company. They ship a certain route. They're on strike. They want more money. They want benefits, whatever it is. And the company goes, well, we'll fire all of you. So then the Teamsters union running the truckers puts out a thing going, well, they're fucking our brothers down here at this trucking company. So the United States of America will not have truck deliveries. Now the company's going to go, oh, fuck. You think Starbucks baristas are going to unite and strike at every Starbucks location because a couple of dummies decided they're going to play fucking Brockovich, whatever her name was, and be big union organizers? Dummies. Let's watch. And boy, their appearance does not disappoint. They look exactly like you'd imagine.
What do we want?
Contract.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Contract.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Contract.
When do we want?
We need to be paid more. It's ridiculous, what we have to go through as workers. We're telling Starbucks that they need to invest in us and they need to come back to the bargaining table so we can get a contract and we can be back at work.
Starbucks wages. Union busting.
What's our wages?
Starbucks wages.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And Starbucks brought it all on themselves. They've been this liberal douchebag company for a long time. Remember when the cops came in to kick out a couple of homeless people that were utilizing the Starbucks bathroom and saying they were waiting for somebody or whatever it was, and they had them removed, and Starbucks got all pissed off and said, no, we're opening our bathrooms now. Anyone who wants to come in and sit and wait for a friend, they don't even have to buy anything. They could sit at our tables. They can use the bathroom. And it was a complete clusterfuck of the usual suspects, drug addicts, violent homeless people, people that haven't showered in months, walking past you while you're trying to enjoy your croissant and fucking mochaccino. And they quietly put the kibosh on that one after a little bit of time because you can't run a business that way. And again, it's a starter job. You don't demand more pay. You get a better job. That's what happened. We've all worked at shitty little jobs. Imagine I worked there at Chicago Pizza Pub in New York, oddly enough, out on Long Island, washing dishes while I was in high school. Imagine saying to the boss, yeah, I need a living wage from you. I need more than $2.50 an hour because I plan on having a family and buying a house and a car. And you're like, what? Yeah, leave. Get your fucking ass out of here. I got 20 more dishwashers lined up. That'll take $2 an hour. And that's what Starbucks is, and McDonald's and Burger King and all the other fast food chains. They're beginner jobs. And for these idiots to demand a living wage, they have no motivation. There's no motivation to go out and actually improve yourself. The fact that you'd want to be slinging KFC for the rest of your life and trying to strong arm KFC to pay you enough for a house and a car and a family, you out of your fucking mind? But that's what they do. And that girl seemed a little off, didn't she? Didn't she seem a little off? Like she's going to put on that helmet and get on the short bus to go back home from Starbucks from her big protest. Good for her. Well, Denver, Colorado. I never knew Denver was such a liberal shithole. I don't know when this happened. I thought Denver was like the Wild West. Go west, young man. Denver, the mile-high city. It's like a Western, you raise cattle or something. I never knew that Denver, Colorado had turned into such a shithole. But it apparently has, and their politicians reflect that. The mayor of Denver, Mike Johnston, he is showing off his city's brandy new. You can almost smell the new construction when you watch this video of the city's affordable housing that, by the way, as he will tell you, is for everybody. This isn't just for homeless, violent criminals and the lot. Anyone that wants to live in here, a fireman, a police officer, doctors, can live side by side with degenerate, smelly, homeless drug addicts. What an amazing idea. So let's look and take a good look because it's brand new right now. And as I was watching this, all I could do was imagine what this place is going to look like in a year or two. Roll them.
This is what affordability looks like here in Denver. Today we opened 128 units of affordable housing here. Let me show you what this means. This means both workforce housing. So if you are someone that's a teacher, that's a nurse, that's a firefighter, looking for a place to work and a place to live, you can live here. If you're looking for permanent supportive housing, that means you might be someone who's coming out of corrections or coming out of homelessness and needs some supportive services as well. You can see amazingly built public spaces. Beautiful outdoor patio and grill. You got my favorite room here, which is game day room, where you can have folks sit and be able to enjoy a game. If there are case managers who are helping people provide access to services, they have offices right here.
Offices. These will be where you could smoke crack. The idea is this is true for all levels of affordability. So we want Denver to be affordable for those folks struggling the most, but we also want it to be affordable for working families all across the city. And so that means if you are someone that's making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year, still have a hard time paying the rent, this is a place that would guarantee you don't pay more than 30% of what you make to rent. We are planning to try to bring on 3,000 units like this every year as part of our city goal. This is what makes Denver affordable. Huge step forward today. Imagine your firefighters, the cops, professionals moving in there just because it's more affordable. Have you ever seen an affordable housing complex after after a year or so. That wonderful, did you see it? The wonderful architecture, open loft-like ceilings with exposed pipes and everything, looked very cool. The game day, big television, looked like bookshelves, books in there if you want to go in and maybe read. And then all the little offices with various people from various agencies to help you with your SNAP benefits. And that is going to be a dark, dank, depressing shithole in no time. All subsidized by you, the people of Denver, Colorado. And, for anyone thinking that I'm being overly pessimistic, it's just based on history. It's based on what we see, what we noticed over the course of decades. That affordable housing is never good. The people that cannot afford houses because they fell through the cracks or they're on bad times, but they're working hard and trying, that isn't who goes to affordable housing. Freeloaders, people that don't want to work, people involved in criminal activities, they go to affordable housing. And usually it's supplemented by some form of government program. And they are not the most respectful people to their building. They don't appreciate that it's clean and well kempt, and that there are things like a large screen television to watch sporting events and meeting rooms where you could get together and play cards or something with some of the other residents. That will look like a prison cell block in no time. Pessimistic? Cynical? Yes. Yes, I am. Show me something to change my attitude about this. Show me anything where I have to go, all right, that model seems to work. So if you enjoyed that clip,
Then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.